Leprechaun 2 has the Leprechaun take Bridget to be his wife while Cody tries to save her. So before I get into my review, I didn't get it done last weekend, so I know. I'm sorry. Something happened to our bathroom. The sink broke or something, so we had to deal with that. So I'm doing the review now. So anyways, the positives on the film are, I laughed when Cody said, this was the house of Lugosi, and then someone walks out of the house, and one of the guys on the tour says, well, then who's that? And Cody responds with, well, that's a stepdaughter, Ella Lugosi. That was pretty funny. That got me to laugh. In the beginning, it's cool that they got the Irish music for the credits. And the leprechaun being drunk is funny. He tries to float an ashtray over to them. That was probably the best scene of the movie. 2 kills in this movie are also pretty good. Morty having the leprechaun claw his gold out of his stomach is pretty cool. And the barista having steam crack open his head is pretty gory. And at the racetrack, Leprechaun's little go-kart is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. On to the negatives. For some reason, it annoys me that the Leprechaun in the first one says he's like 700 years old, but in this one he says he's like 1,000 years old. It seems like they didn't even care. And they just kind of lost consistency by number 2, which is really bad. And when the Leprechaun and Bridget get to the cave, like near the 3rd act of the movie, probably halfway through the movie, Bridget hits the Leprechaun and like knocks him out or something. And I'm just wondering, why doesn't she just run back up out of the tree? Because that's how they got there. Instead, she runs deeper into the cave. And the last negative is, although there were 2 pretty good kills, this movie still needed more kills and gorier kills to be way more fun. Because some of the other kills were like, William at the beginning gets his neck snapped. A security guard gets run over by a go-kart from the Leprechaun. And Ian gets his face chopped off by a pair of lawnmowers, but it's not on screen. And you just see a blood splatter onto the wall. So there are really only 2 good kills. The others aren't even that good. So in the end, this movie is really boring. It takes a while for it to get going, and it gets boring by the end. It's kind of forgettable. It's just meh. It's not memorable, unlike other franchises, like A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 has Freddy taking over Jesse's body. Or Child's Play 2 has the Toy Factory and that whole 3rd act. And Friday the 13th Part 2 has Jason and Ginny, probably the best final girl in that franchise, and taking on him psychologically. Leprechaun 2 is not memorable, and it's just not good. It's a downgrade from the first movie, so I don't recommend Leprechaun 2 at all. But thanks for watching my review.